If you are saving money every month, you're actually losing money. No, that's not a typo. Your bank balance can keep climbing, and you can still be getting poorer. Slowly, quietly. And your bank will never tell you this, because your ignorance is their business model. Let's break this lie down with one number.
In 2015, a cup of coffee cost you about $1. In 2025, that same cup, almost $2. That's inflation. Every year, money quietly loses value. Slow, but relentless. Now look at your safe savings account. Average interest rate, 3 to 4% a year. Inflation, running at 6 to 7% in recent years. Which means the money you think is safe in the bank is actually shrinking in real purchasing power every single year. You're watching the number go up while your buying power goes down. You feel richer, you're getting poorer. This isn't an accident. It's the system working exactly as designed. And understanding this matters right now because an entire generation has been taught that saving and financial safety are the same thing. They're not.
How the system actually works. Savings and investment look similar on the surface. In both cases, you're setting money aside for the future, but the mechanics underneath are completely different. Savings is about protection. You park your money somewhere safe and liquid, so you can pull it out anytime. The bank takes that money, lends it out at a much higher rate, pays you a small cut, and keeps the rest. Investment is about growth. Here, your money goes into an actual asset. Stocks, funds, real estate, a business, something that produces value on its own. Companies grow, their worth increases, and you own a slice of that growth. The difference is simple. In savings, your money sits still. In investment, your money works. But this is where it gets interesting. The hidden math. Say you have $10,000. Put it in a savings account earning 4% a year. After 20 years, you'll have roughly $21,900. Put that same $10,000 into a diversified stock market investment, averaging a historical 10% annual return. After 20 years, you'll have roughly $67,000. Same starting amount, same 20 years, a difference of $45,000. That gap comes from compounding, where your returns start earning returns of their own. And compounding only shows its real power over long stretches of time. That's why someone who starts investing at 25 ends up with a massive edge over someone who starts at 35, even if they put in the exact same amount of money. But here's the uncomfortable part no finance influencer wants to tell you. Investing carries risk. Markets fall, sometimes 20, 30, even 40%. And when they do, people panic, pull their money out, and lock in losses at the exact moment they should have held on. Hype versus reality. There's a narrative all over social media right now. Saving is dead. Invest everything. The reality is more complicated. If you have no emergency fund and you've put everything into the market, and then you suddenly lose your job or face a medical bill, you'll be forced to sell your investments at the worst possible time, locking in a loss you didn't have to take. This is the mistake millions of people make. They treat savings and investing as substitutes for each other, when they're actually two different tools for two different jobs. Savings protects you from short-term shocks. Investment grows your wealth over the long term. Someone who invests everything with zero savings is one crisis away from disaster. Someone who only saves and never invests is quietly losing purchasing power every year without ever realizing it. Now zoom out. People who rely purely on savings get trapped in what economists call wealth stagnation. Their income rises, but their real wealth doesn't, because inflation eats it at almost the same pace. People who go all in on investing, with no safety net, can get wiped out by a single market crash, even if their long-term strategy was actually sound. This isn't just an individual problem. It's a pattern at scale. Most middle-class families who feel financially stuck are making one of two mistakes. The old mistake, keeping everything in the bank, Or the new mistake, throwing everything into the market with no cushion and no understanding of what they're doing. Both extremes land you in the same place, financial insecurity. They just take different roads to get there. So the real question was never which one is better, saving or investing. The real question is, what do you actually need your money to do for you? Protection or growth? Because if the honest answer is both, which it should be, then what you're really deciding is how much of your money sits still and how much of it goes to work. And that's a decision no bank, no advisor, no YouTube video can make for you. So next time you check your bank balance and it makes you feel good, ask yourself, is that number